Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, then welcome. Thank you all so much for being here and for all of your support. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see, how does the person who is on your mind view you right now? In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different image. Choose the one that really calls out to you. Okay, so don't choose your favorite animal, but choose the one that sticks out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so how does the person who is on your mind view you right now? Group number 1. Okay, so normally when I tap into your guys' energy, I get like this fierce, fiery, bold like energy. But with this reading, I pulled the Deer card for you guys as like your overall energy with how your person currently sees you. And that is a much calmer, gentler vibe. Okay, it's not to say that you guys, your person definitely still sees you as that fiery, bold, passionate person. But currently, whenever you check this out, because it's timeless, I'm getting the Deer spirit and energy for you guys. Okay, so it's your person sees you guys as letting your guard down more so than before, okay? And really like starting to open up the heart is what I'm seeing, because there's a lot of green here, which makes me, think of the heart chakra. So your person definitely sees you guys as letting your walls down. You're starting to. And really, opening the heart. And I'm even getting like kind of an innocent vibe. And I feel like it's from you guys actually showing like your vulnerable side. Okay, so it's a real like sweet energy coming through. Okay, and also like the brown is standing out to me, so it makes me feel like you also are coming across like you have this grounded presence, okay? So everything you do is deliberate. Not getting like flaky vibes here. Okay, so all right, let's take a look further into how your person views you. Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups reversed, the High Priestess. Actually, I want to put that there. That'll be like the center energy. The 8 of, most of the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so I'm kind of getting this interesting vibe from you guys as far as the 3 of Cups reverse goes. So it makes me kind of feel like this person thinks that there is no being friends with you, okay? It kind of has this like all or nothing feel to it. Like you guys are kind of like, got this vibe like we're either doing this or we're not, okay? So kind of like black and white like that. Like no shades of gray. No like, oh, we're gonna act like we're in a relationship, but really we're just friends. Like it just has this vibe where you guys aren't about that life, okay? So, and with the High Priestess, I'm really getting a vibe of like no nonsense, okay? Like you mean what you say and you expect the same thing from this person or anybody else that you deal with, okay? So I'm getting the impression that they kind of like know that if they're going to approach you, they need to be sure like what it is that they want, because you're not playing games, you're not playing around, okay? So even though you initially come across as this sweet, gentle energy with the Deer, you also like have this no nonsense vibe about you. And also with the High Priestess, okay? A very spiritual, intuitive type of card. It's like you can see right through people, okay? When you're being handed a pack of lies, when you're being handed lies, and you'll just like, you won't hesitate to cut that out. In fact, what's interesting to me is I almost felt like this should have been like a sword in front of her. Yeah, for some reason, I've never gotten this before. I started to get like Queen of Swords vibes with the High Priestess card. So I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if you guys, your personality wasn't a bit like the Queen of Swords. Just very like I'm saying, like, you're all about justice and fairness, as well as like, I'm just getting like this sense of like you expect to be treated the way you would treat people. So it's kind of like, you know, as soon as you detect that somebody isn't going to be that way with you, you cut them out, you know? You don't deal with that kind of energy or drama is what I'm getting. You might have in the past, but it's like you wised up like the High Priestess mixed with the Queen of Swords here, okay? So, yeah, and I just see that, you know, this person knows, like, you're the type that somehow will see right through them. So they better, you know what they want before approaching you. Okay, so, but then we have the Eight of Swords. So what hits me about that is that there's times when your person feels like they're making progress with you, that you both are like moving forward. And then all of a sudden, I feel like, you know, there's some kind of backpedaling feeling to them. Like you guys take, you know, one step forward and then maybe two steps back. That's your person's perspective of you and them with this connection. Okay, so as much as you are now coming across like you're letting your guard down, you're opening your heart, there's a part of you that to your person is still kind of keeping them at a distance, okay? And that could just be the pace that you're comfortable with, okay? I'm getting for some of you, it's been a while since you've been in a relationship or, you know, dated. And it's kind of like you're kind of easing your way into this whole thing. Like you are interested, but sometimes your person wonders is what I'm getting. So they can't quite get a read on you, but, you know, you're giving them just enough that, like, makes them feel like you are interested. And then I do kind of feel like you pull away a bit or, like, you hold back in some way. And I'm not even saying that's good or bad, okay? It's just kind of like how it's coming across to your person. So I honestly feel like if your person doesn't read too much into that and just kind of like is open-minded and goes with it, like goes with your pace of things, that things would be fine, you know, but like human nature though, they are definitely trying to understand this though, okay? And like, yeah, like you're getting a read on them. They're trying to get a read on you, but not necessarily with these videos unless they're aware of them, but just like in their own way. Like they're replaying conversations in their head and like kind of observing in their mind, like, and deciphering what your actions mean towards them. Yeah. There's a part of them though, okay, something's giving them the impression with the Eight of Cups here that there's a part of you that, okay, is definitely interested. We have that. We see that. But then there's another part of them that feels like you've kind of moved on from this connection. And it could literally just be that you guys feel like you need space, okay? Like I'm kind of getting a different thing going on here than what your person's seeing, but I mean, there must be something too, though, that keeps them feeling like you still want this, though. Okay, so it's like on some level they know this, even though they feel like your actions are kind of saying, you know, kind of like I want to go off and do my own thing. That's like the vibe that they get from you. All right, so let's take a look even further at how the person on your mind views you. Okay, so now we're looking at Lenormand. So we have the fish, the fox, the labyrinth, and the destiny card. Okay. So with the fish, it's coming across that currently money is definitely at the forefront of your mind, okay? That's like your top priority right now. And they also kind of see you like a fox. Okay, they definitely think you're foxy. Okay, they're attracted to you. They find you to be intelligent, clever, quick-witted. Always got your eye on something, okay? Like you're very goal-oriented people. But The other side to the fox. Now I'm kind of getting a little bit of a different story. Okay. So it's possible for some of you, this isn't going to go for all of you, it's actually kind of reversed as far as like the we're going to be all or nothing vibe. That could be your person and they view you to be the one that they're not sure of. Like if you want something more than, you know, like a good time basically. Yeah, so take which of that resonates. It's kind of like, you know, for some of you, this is your person wondering if you want more with them. And for others of you, it's you like being like, okay, like I want something for real. So if you're not in it for real, then boy bye, okay, or girl bye. Like, yeah. And that, okay, and like I said, that could be reversed. For some of you, that's your person that kind of has this black or white feeling like, okay, either you're in this for real or you're not. I'm not doing this whole friends, you know, and with benefits, and it's just too many shades of gray where we act like we're in a relationship but we're not. Okay, so basically that's what I see with that. Could be both of you. You both could be mirroring this energy, so you're both kind of wondering and observing each other. And then with the Labyrinth card, okay, so I feel like I'm going to err on the side, though, that, well, no, it definitely could be either one of you. I feel like you're both like this. Like, you both want something for real, but you're kind of, like, wondering if the other does, okay? We'll go with that, since that's the dominant energy coming through. But your person, again, with the Eight of Swords and the Labyrinth, you know, happens to be right under that. It's kind of like every time... I'm just kind of getting, like I said, like, I do feel like you guys, you know, you, all of a sudden, you move forward with this connection, and then all of a sudden, it's like you put a halt to it, or, like, you kind of, like, stop it in some way, and I feel like it's just you, again, like, this is how you feel most comfortable, and I don't know that there's a lot of honest communication about why you're doing what you're doing, and maybe, you know, it's tough for you to talk about that, because I feel like that's where they kind of get thrown. Okay, like they don't know if you're in this for real, and I feel like talking to you, they kind of get this roundabout answer where they don't feel like they're any clear on the situation. And for some of you, I can already hear it. You're going to be like, no, that's them. Okay, that could be the case for some of you. Okay, so it could be you that feels like they're kind of putting a halt to this, and you don't know where they stand, and every time that you try to communicate, they don't give you a straightforward answer, is what I'm seeing. That's interesting. I really do feel like you're both in this. I just feel like somebody isn't getting to the bottom of why. Like they're putting a halt to this, even if they want it. Okay, that's what's coming through here. I do feel like your person feels, though, like deep down that you two are meant to be, like you're like destiny to them, okay? Like the unfolding of how you two met seemed like serendipity, like synchronistic, and, you know, just, I feel like it's a cool story. And I feel like, you know, they just feel it deep down. So it's almost like they're kind of at this place where they're just kind of trusting right now that, like, kind of like that feeling, like if you two are meant to be, like you will be, okay? Okay, let's take a look even further with this, with my cards. Okay. All right. So definitely, you know, there's that pattern of like something shifted where you two felt like you were both on the same page, and then again, like with that feeling of somebody putting kind of a halt to this and the other not understanding why and if they want this or not, but kind of writing it out, you know. Okay, so like the Fox card, they do see you guys kind of like charming and witty and a sweet talker, okay? So they wonder, like, do you really want this? That's like the impression that keeps coming through for this. Or are you all talk? That's interesting because I feel like you're the same way with the High Priestess. Like, you're like, okay, like I've heard it all before. I'm not going to be anybody's fool. If you really want me, your actions will tell me. But it's kind of like, I'm getting the impression, okay, like they feel like your actions aren't adding up. So this is interesting, group one. They hope it's not all just sweet talk and that you do mean what you say. And then, you know, with the backing off, the Eight of Swords, and not really getting a straight answer with the Labyrinth, we have my card here, which makes them feel like you guys are just not saying something. Like you're keeping, you know, like there's some kind of like, they just feel like there's something you're not revealing, okay, that would make sense of this whole thing. That's what's coming through for that. And with my Taurus card here, so they are definitely, you know, intrigued by you. They find you to be mysterious and really passionately into whatever you're into. They want that to be them. But currently, they feel like you guys are keeping them at arm's length, while giving just enough to keep them kind of hooked and interested. But, you know, kind of slow moving when it comes to progressing and turning this into something is what I'm seeing. And they wonder, like, you know, I do feel like this person, though, is going to let you navigate. They feel like maybe you have to navigate and kind of like discover for yourself. Like they want it to dawn on you that they're your destiny, is what I'm seeing, okay? Yeah. Because they know. They know you're strong-willed with a mind of your own and that nobody can really persuade you of anything, so it has to be your idea. So I do feel like, you know, this person's going to give you that space that they feel like you need. And that's where it's coming to me that if you two truly are meant to be, that it will dawn on you and then you'll come around to them. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so how does the person who's on your mind view you right now? Okay, group number 2. So we start off with the links as your overall energy for how this person views you. And okay, so immediately what came to my mind was the eyes really stood out to me. So I feel like your person loves your guys' eyes, first off, okay? They're really attracted to them. They could just stare into them. Sometimes this person averts your gaze, okay? Like they don't even look into your eyes. So that's interesting. But there's a lot coming through about the eyes for you and this person, okay? The other thing that comes to me is, you know, the Lynx is definitely somebody who is independent and like always off doing their own thing, okay? So I feel like this person constantly like wonders about you. Like, what are you up to, you know? So it's possible you and this person might not be friends on social media. I'm getting just kind of like this mysterious vibe where you two aren't quite sure what each other are up to, okay? Or maybe if you are friends on social media, one of you doesn't, maybe you don't post a lot, okay? I'm just getting like kind of a mysterious vibe here and them wondering about you and what you're up to and how you're doing. Okay, let's take a look at the other cards to get a look even further. So we have the Four of Swords, the Three of Pentacles reversed, almost the Hermit, the Hangman, and the Hermit, but reversed. Okay. So what comes to me about this is that right off the bat, it's coming to me that your person sees you guys as having gone through like the ringer, okay? Like they feel like you've gone through a lot within the past week or month, okay? In particular, it could even be longer, but that's like what's standing out to me. And it's literally felt like it's been like one thing after another that has come up in your life, okay? And at this point, they know you guys need a break. They know that you need to rest. You need sleep, okay? So hopefully you guys are doing that, you know, to the best that you're able to. And I'm just feeling like at this point, they kind of feel like you don't really have energy or time for them, okay? And they're not taking that personal because I feel like your person is just as busy, but in like a different way, okay? And they could be going through a lot as well. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of mirroring going on lately for people and whoever's on their mind. It's just like showing up different though, what everyone's going through. But either way, so in a way, I feel like they kind of know, like, you guys need space, okay? There's just this feeling of really wanting to give you that space while you are constantly on their mind, okay? Okay, so with the Three of Pentacles, so what comes to me with this one in particular is that I really feel like there's just something that's really got your guys' focus right now, and it needs your focus and attention. And it's not relationship related, okay? It's like definitely something else going on. Work-wise, money-wise, family-wise. Could even be yourself, okay? Just something that's close to you needs your attention right now. So they kind of know. They know that you're distracted. I don't even want to say distracted. Like distracted, preoccupied, that's all like words coming, but those are words coming to me, but at the same time it's like more than that, because it's like this thing really does need your attention and energy, I feel. So it's not like you're just aimlessly distracted. That's not it. It's like rightfully distracted. Not distracted though. Okay, so it's like you're focused. You're focused on what needs your attention right now, while trying to take care of yourself is what I'm seeing. So with the Hangman here, it's kind of like this person realizes that at this point they kind of have to like grant you that space and kind of surrender. Let go of control and surrender to what is meant to be, but you know, between you guys. And they have to trust. They have to trust in the timing. There's definitely this feeling coming through with your person where they feel like, kind of like if they don't act now, they could lose you. But at the same time, it's like they know the timing isn't quite right for either one of you. So they're definitely kind of torn in that way. They're torn between wanting to make a move and wanting to give space. Okay? And like I said, it's not just you going through stuff. They are too. And I'm getting like a real lack of communication. So it's interesting that you both kind of know this without even having to communicate, okay? Could be 5D. You guys could have that telepathic telepathic communication where you both just know. You can feel it, you can sense it. There a lot is going on and you're both dealing with a lot right now. So even though they view you guys like a strong, independent person, doesn't have to have somebody, and they know you're going through your own healing, and like I said, like rest and recovery and renewal, rejuvenation, all that is coming through for where you guys are at right now. With the Hermit reverse though, it's almost like they know there's a longing there though. Like despite everything going on, they know that like you long for that person though, to share this with, to help you get through this. Like yes, you're independent, okay? They want you to know that they know that, but at the same time, they know that you long to be in their arms or somebody's arms. Okay, there's a little bit of like, they're not quite sure. Like if you feel the same way about them, like you're both kind of mirroring that energy. But then I get that there is a part of you both that do know this, and that you both long to be in each other's arms and like want to share what's going on. Okay, so let's take a look even further with what is going on. Okay, so we have the Tower Lenormand, the book, the writer, and the Scythe. Okay. So what comes to me about that is that, yes, okay, this definitely says you guys, your attention and energy is going somewhere else, okay? That is basically what's going on in your reality. And, okay, just this is all like confirmation with what came to me with the other cards. And so the book is, you know, it's saying that there's definitely like, kind of like, this book is closed, okay? It's not open. So it's like, they feel like, you know, there's definitely this lack of communication between you and this person, where you're not really sharing what's going on with you, and they're not sharing what's going on with them. But again, I get like, you both are connected either way. So it's like on some level, you both know that you're going through stuff. But it's like, they want to get to that place though, where you open the book, meaning you start to communicate with what's going on, okay? But right now, like this book, you both are kind of closed off as far as like actually opening up to what is happening. And that's okay. That's just where you both are at, okay? I feel like this is pretty new. And if not, it doesn't matter. It still holds true, okay? But then we have the Rider card, which is a message card right after that. So it does feel like somebody is going to open up the book and reveal like what's going on, communicate, you know, kind of close the gap that's between you guys right now. And then with the Scythe, I don't feel like anybody is going to cut off from the other, which is typically what this card means. But actually what comes to me about that is that it's kind of like you guys are both cut off right now, like from seeing each other or communicating. And I don't get the impression that either one of you want that, but it's kind of like what's happened in life right now. It's just like the way it is right now is what I'm seeing with that. And you both are kind of just rolling with it, you know, with the Hangman, like surrendering to what is, dealing with what is, while having each other on your minds and wanting to hit the other up, wanting to see the other and open up about what's going on. All right. Let's take a look even further. Yeah, so this card really demonstrates like how they view you right now is that you guys have a busy life. You are juggling responsibilities while trying to stay balanced. Meanwhile, while keeping a positive attitude. And they are someone who wants to take you out, okay? And they see you like a she-wolf. And if you're a guy watching this, a he-wolf, okay? Which is basically like, if you've ever heard that Shakira song, She-Wolf, it's like somebody who's just, you know, tending to life and all of its responsibilities, but inside they just want to let loose and be free and happy and be their true self, you know? And this person feels like that if you two could just go away somewhere, you know, that they kind of want to swoop in and be like your knight in shining armor, okay? Yeah. And if you're a guy, you know, make that work for you. Like, basically, this person wants you to be happy and, you know, feel well rested and just free. And they want the same thing for themselves. They know you're both kind of going through the ringer right now with life and everything it's throwing at you. But they're kind of just surrendering to what's going on right now. But I do see, though, this instinct to want to communicate, to want to open up to you and just go away with you, basically. Okay, and then we have this card, which is just like the Four of Swords, okay? Well, partly is like that card. So that's interesting that they both came out. But, like, yeah, this person definitely feels, again, like you need a break. They like want to come in and swoop in and be that person that somehow allows you guys to take that break is what I'm getting. Because they know you've been through a lot. You're exhausted. You need a break. They want you to just be refreshed and happy, okay? It's like the message that keeps coming through for that. And then, you know, we have fiery, passionate flame. This person definitely feels like just like you ignite this fiery, passionate flame within them, okay? And it's like they just get all these crush-like feelings and they just like imagine what life would be like if you two were together. and they want it to become a reality, I feel, but it's like everything is just like in the way right now. Okay, like I said, like they're torn between wanting to kind of impulsively, like, you know, take this leap of faith and like communicate with you, and then the other part of them's like, no, it's not the right timing, you're definitely tied up, they're tied up, so they're surrendering to this, and, you know, kind of just waiting for things to play out a certain way before they feel like it would be right to communicate. Okay, so when I looked at this card, I actually had a Journey song hit my mind, and I had to look it up because it was only coming in bits and pieces. Okay. And it was Who's Crying Now by Journey, and it says, one love feeds the fire, one heart burns desire. I wonder who's crying now. Two hearts born to run, who will be the lonely one? I wonder who's crying now. Okay, that's really interesting because I did kind of get that it's possible for some of you, because I don't feel like that's in regards to you and this person, okay? I don't feel like either one of you, it doesn't feel unrequited. Like one person has the feelings, one person has the desire, okay? I definitely feel like both of you do. So what hits me about that is that I feel like you or your person, or both of you, are actually already involved with somebody romantically, okay, like in a relationship, or for some of you it could be a marriage, yet your hearts are with whoever's on your mind and them with you, okay? And what's also interesting is it's kind of now showing these cards a little bit different, okay? Kind of like, I've gotten this in, I think, the reading I did even before this for group 2, so if you haven't checked out that video, check it out. But like, it's kind of where life was kind of humdrum. You come in, you shake things up, but things were already rocky with this person. It's just kind of like, you know, things shake up, you know, there's crying, there's fighting, all that stuff, you know, and like now there's like this period of surrendering. I feel like, you know, you and your person, even if they were the one who was involved with somebody, you're both going through something rough, okay? And I'm getting like there could be a lot of crying going on, just like a lot of emotions, a lot of healing, a lot of dealing with the with the hangman, you know, a lot of surrendering. But there's also the hermit, and there's also that longing to be with somebody because it's reversed. So even if the timing is strange or not quite right, it's still there, even with the lack of communication and seeing each other, okay? So yeah, but you know, there's definitely like, this song is portraying a lot of emotions. Two hearts born to run. Okay, so you and this person are both kind of like free spirits, but I feel like it's like when two free spirits come together, it's like, you know, it's kind of just got this feeling of like the horse energy here, just like both wanting to run off together, you know, but both feeling like connected but yet apart for some reason, kind of like this forbidden relationship. And it could be, you know, if the person is still with somebody else or you are, it's like that's where the forbiddenness comes from. Yet there's still like a super connectedness and this draw to each other, I feel, while dealing with whatever's going on in life and all these emotions. Hey, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Alright, bye guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so how does the person who is on your mind view you right now? Okay, so we start off with, I almost said the wolf card because, you know, this dog looks like a wolf, but the dog card. Okay, so your person overall views you guys like somebody who's a true friend, okay? Somebody who is loyal, fiercely loyal to those who matter to them, protective, and really unconditional, okay? So they really see you guys like you're the connection they have with you, even if it's, you know, they don't know you that well, it feels amazing. Like, it feels refreshing to know that it's like you're one of the real ones, okay? Like, that's what I get when I see this. And, you know, I'm actually gonna go there with the whole wolf thing too, because it's really standing out to me. that dog in particular, I would say, you know, you guys are the type where, like I said, like you're protective, you're fiercely loyal, you're a best friend, you're unconditional. You're also really independent, okay, and self sufficient, self reliant, okay? So you are somebody that they feel like it's just, you have this feeling of being complete already, okay? And they love that. Like, they love that. They don't get this, like, needy vibe from you, okay? Like, they feel like, yes, like, we are two people, two whole people that can come together and be amazing together, okay? That's what I'm seeing with that. I also feel like you're very observant and you're very intelligent, okay? You do get along with others, but you're also a lone wolf, okay? Like, you have this, like you can adapt to what's in front of you. Like, if you know, your day calls for you to be alone that day, you'll thrive. If it calls for you to be with people, you'll thrive. You might even be a little bit more on the introverted side. But, you know, like I said, like you have this way about you where you can adapt to whatever. You know, you can find connections and commonalities with people. Yeah, I'm just getting like this feeling of like you're one of the real ones. That's how your person sees you. Okay, so let's take a look further. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. So, you have this interesting duality about you. Okay. So on one hand, I feel like your person sees you guys as somebody who, you know, like is patient and friendly. But on the flip side to that, okay, but you definitely have your limits. Okay? You do sometimes get in this mode where all of a sudden it's like, all right, already. Like this guy growing this plant. Like, come on. You know, I've waited long enough. Let's see the results. You know, like that kind of feeling to you. But like I said, like initially though, you do have this patience. You do have this maturity and understanding way about you. But then all of a sudden, you'll just get like this, like, kind of like a little bit restless feeling. You know, like, okay, like, why aren't things moving a little quicker? You know, like that kind of thing going on. That could be in regards to them, but that could also be just you with your own goals as well. Okay, like I'm seeing that as far as like every area of life goes. It's like overall they know you mean well, and nobody's perfect, okay? It's just what they've observed with you. You definitely have this streak where it's kind of like if you're feeling all right, you know, you kind of like are laid back and will go with the flow with things even if everyone around you is kind of like feeling restless and impatient. But then as soon as, you know, you kind of get this like restless energy, it's like all of a sudden you're the one that's like, all right, let's get this moving. Let's go, you know, like. So it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of getting a bit of an Aries vibe with whoever's choosing this group in that way. Like you like things to have a flow to them and a movement and always moving forward. You don't like feeling stuck or stagnant energy is what I'm getting. They do also see you though as being like a hopeless romantic, like at heart, whether you would admit it or not, okay? There's definitely a water element to you guys as well. Where, you know, with the Knight of Cups, I'm actually getting kind of Page of Cups vibes as well with that. And I feel like you guys are the type that I'm kind of getting like would write poems or songs about the one who's got your attention, okay? I'm just getting like some kind of artistic spin with you guys. Maybe you even write stories, okay? Or you're a writer. Getting something with words and creativity with you, and you channeling your emotions through that. But you guys are also practical and down to earth too. So it's like you have this interesting balance, group three, of like every element. Okay, I'm definitely getting a fire vibe where you like things moving. You're a passionate person. You're also like got this like I'm in touch with my emotions. I have a creative side to myself. I'm also a romantic, even if I wouldn't admit it. And you're also about making that coin, okay? Like, unapologetically so. You know, you own that. I also feel like some of you want to be your own boss with this card. And others of you, I feel like you're doing really well with whatever it is that you do for a living. And the rest of you, you're on your way, you know? You definitely have your eyes on the prize. You're very driven in that way. And you have what it takes to succeed when it comes to making money, okay? I feel like your person does know that about you as well. And if not, I feel like they will, you know? Like, the more you guys get to know each other. But going back to the emotions, yeah. I mean, well, it's 9 of Cups. But going back to the relationship and connection part with this person, though. So even though it's like you want love, there's still like a part of you that kind of feels like, is it too good to be true? That somebody could want the same thing as me at the same time and not be running game, right? Like playing games and stuff. So you do have a little bit of like trust issues, I feel, and your guard is a little bit up. I do feel like you guys are trying, though. You really are trying to be like the dog energy of really giving people the benefit of the doubt, you know, being more unconditional, being there for them, like really opening your heart. But you do. You want that in return, and you don't know. I feel like there's still a part of you that's wondering if it's possible. Okay, so let's take a look further at what this person, how they view you. So we have the House Lenormand, the Wit, the Sun, and the Mask. Okay, so with the House, you know, again, I feel like this person knows that you are a solid person. Okay, there is a maturity about you that they find refreshing, as well as you really being a true friend, loyal, protective. And, you know, you've got, like I said, you're either making money or you're about to be making some money. And you are all about your future and building yourself up and really creating, like, for some of you, I feel like you know, you'd love a family. For others of you, it's like, you know, maybe you don't have your own place yet and that's what you're working on. Just something like you really want to build up your life is what I'm getting. And you're looking, you're like wondering, like, is this the person? Is this going to be my person? I feel like your person knows that. Like, you're going places. Okay, so with the Whip, okay, so I feel like there are times, and this is also like where this Aries like energy comes from, where you can get opinionative. You know, you definitely have your opinions that you hold dear and you'll be blunt with it, you know? It's just you standing up for what you believe in. So it's kind of like your person knows, like, there's certain topics where if they don't want to get into it with you, or, you know, that you two might disagree on, that it's best not to talk about those topics is what I'm getting. No, but like I said, like, maybe you guys are very vocal about certain things that you believe in, okay? And you know how it is, like, not everybody's going to agree with it. But I do feel like you guys are open-minded enough that, you know, that you can agree to disagree, and it doesn't mean that just because you two don't agree on things doesn't mean that you're not a match for each other. It just kind of depends on what it is, you know, and being mature about discussing it. But yeah, you know, like I said though, like overall though, it's like they know you mean well though, okay, with that Knight of Cups there. And then with the Sun card, I feel like you both light up when you think about each other or you're in each other's presence, you know. And I feel like you both want to be the best versions of yourselves. Like, you're both self-realized, you're both working your way up in life. And I'm getting like this is so much more mutual than I feel like both of you even realize, okay? There's a lot of like yellow and red here. So it definitely tells me we're working with the root chakra as well as the solar plexus. And with the root, like, yeah, you're both focused on money, you know, building up your life, that part of things. But with that solar plexus, you both light up. You both shine around each other. You both just like laugh and smile. And I just feel like it's just the most joyous time. And so, you know, it makes, even if you guys are opposite in certain ways, that it's all worth it. It's all okay, you know, because you really bring that joy into each other's lives that not everyone else does. But with the Mass card here, this is going back to that duality that I got about you guys. Is like I said, like, you know, they definitely know that you're like this friendly person who's a hopeless romantic, but sometimes you guys get impatient, you know what I mean? And you'll get blunt about certain things, and it's not that you're being mean, it's just like how you are, and you know, you can have no filter, and you definitely have a way with words, okay? You're witty. You're good with comebacks. You know, you're quick. You're quick-witted. And I just feel like sometimes they're like, maybe it's like you guys, you know how like they say like when you're hungry and you're past that point of, you know, being your happy-go-lucky self, it's like you're hangry, you know, like if you don't eat, like that type of thing. That's like what I'm getting. Like all of a sudden, like you'll be this sweet, friendly person, and then, you know, you get hungry and hangry, like then all of a sudden you get really impatient, really blunt, really cut and dry with people, okay? And you don't mean to be mean or anything. It's just like how you are. Okay, but that's like one example. But, you know, I'm sure you could think of other things. Maybe people are trying to get you to move quickly and you don't want to with something, or, you know, make up your mind, or, hey, do this, do that, you know, and you're just like, stop, you know, like that kind of thing. It's something like that. It's a duality with that. Okay, so let's take a look even further. Okay, so we actually had a message card come out for you guys. They say, I really miss you. I smile at the chance just to see you again. Okay, that's actually a song by Foster the People. So yeah, you know, I definitely feel like you two, you light up when you think of each other or you see each other and this person misses you. And they smile at the chance to see you again. Okay, they also see you guys as being a mega babe, okay? So even if you're a guy, they find you to be, you know, attractive, hot, beautiful, handsome, all around attractive. I also feel like going off of that, like this guy's wearing a lot, you know, these guys are wearing black, so I feel like they think you look good in black, okay? In particular. I'm sure you look good in anything you wear, but that's standing out to me. Ooh, then we have wild. So you guys have a bit of a wild streak to you, or you know, you're like a wild card where, again, going off that Aries like energy, you know, you might say or do something that they're like, what? You know, like, yeah, unfiltered, you're blunt, you just speak your mind, you know, that kind of thing, and they don't know what you're gonna say or do. So that keeps them on the edge of their seat and they're excited by it, I feel. I also feel like you guys live in a world of your own and keep a lot to yourself. So it could take you guys a little bit of time to open up, okay? Again, with that little bit of trust that you're working on. You know, I don't want to say you have trust issues, but, you know, you might be a little guarded and trying to, you know, like I said, like give people the benefit of the doubt and open your heart. I feel like, though, you know, like you, they also have to be patient with you in the way that you operate, and then I feel like you will let them in. And with that, okay, so at times they do feel like you, they also say, we're two worlds apart, can't reach to your heart. Okay, I don't feel like that's all the time, but it did come across as like, you know, like as soon as you two start to get to know each other, it kind of feels like to your person, you know, maybe you kind of just like reveal only so much and then you don't. Okay, like something like that's going on. But again, like I said, for this connection with you and your person, you both have to have patience. And I feel like it will unfold, okay? They also see you as being somebody who likes physical movement, okay? So this could be working out, could be sports, could be running. anything physical is what I'm getting. Also, this goes back to that Aries-like energy of liking things to move and progress forward, okay? So yeah, you guys don't like to sit still for long is what I'm getting. Okay, so one other thing came to me as far as the shoe card goes. Like, this person also gets the sense that you guys are the type, like, if something doesn't sit well with you or doesn't resonate, or, you know, like, you won't hesitate to walk away from it, to walk away from the person, the relationship, the friends, the drama, okay? So you definitely have that vibe. Like, you expect to be treated the way that you treat others, and as soon as, like, that's not happening, you'll walk away, okay? But yeah, this is how they see you, group 3. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Alright, bye guys!